Ah yes, the magical, mystical St. Patrick's Day has its own town. What must that be like? Nothing but drunk people in overcrowded bars and a never-ending walk of shame?
'Twas a long time ago.
Also narration.
Now, you probably wondered where holidays come from.
Not really, but I've always assumed that they came from corporations looking to make extra bucks. But something tells me this movie isn't nearly that cynical. 1 minute and 30 seconds in, and stop-motion puppet movie gives up and just animates ghost singers the traditional cartoon way.
The deadly nightshade you slipped me.
Character who gets slipped deadly nightshade later only has himself to blame since it just happened recently before this movie's plot began. Fool me twice.
Our first award goes to the vampires for most blood drained in a single evening.
Yeah, but didn't that song you were singing say,
Life's no fun without a good scare.
That's our job.
But we're not mean.
you scare people, but not actually drain their blood, right? Street musicians. The dog ghost character, though, that character's important enough to do in stop motion and add a glow to, as opposed to simply drawing him like the other ghosts.
To a guy in Kentucky, I'm Mr. Unlucky.
Because it rhymes.
And I'm known throughout England and France.
Places where Jack Skellington is known. England, France, and to one guy in Kentucky. He narrowed his reach in the New World, so it's no wonder I've never heard of him until now.
But who here would ever understand that the Pumpkin King with the skeleton grin would tire of his crown?
You work once a year, f*** you.
You've come back
I had to.
for this.
Right, because she definitely couldn't just stuff some leather with leaves on her own.
That's twice this month you've slipped deadly nightshade into my tea and run off.
Damn, she's already fooled you twice? Shame on you for sure, motherfucker.
You're mine, you know. I made you with my own hands.
Creator chastises creation for being itself. Huh, it's like this dog ghost isn't even dead at all. So let me ask this. Jack Skellington is dead, but he's not a ghost. But his dog is a ghost. So how does one thing turn into a ghost and another stays an animated corpse? Why does Halloween Town need both a king and a mayor?
He's not home.
Where is he?
He hasn't been home all night.
Thank goodness these three dudes have no essential town function other than to keep tabs on the comings and goings at the Skellington home. Jack finds the mystical doorway to the other holiday lands just by walking for a long time. Something he and none of the other inhabitants of Halloween Town have ever done, apparently. I really want to see this movie in an alternate dimension, where Jack chooses the Shamrock Door instead of Christmas Town. I want to see that shit so hard. Oh yeah, let's not forget Thanksgiving Town, where everyone wishes it was Christmas already. This magical portal for all the holidays did not include Hanukkah, because the magical portal is racist. When Jack goes to Christmas Town, he falls through a weird time-space warp abyss thing, but then the movie never explains how he gets back. It's not like there's a ladder he could climb up. Discount Whoville.
There's children throwing snowballs instead of throwing heads.
Haha, but how do you know the word snow and what it means, considering 40 seconds ago you sang,
What's this? There's white things in the air.
fire hazard?
Oh my, what now? The children are asleep. But look, there's nothing underneath. No ghouls.
Why would there be? Even in Halloween Town, don't you wait until Halloween to do all that scary stuff? And don't you do it all in England, France, and Kentucky, and not in Halloween Town?
What's this?
Jack is a dick to sleeping kids.
Peek behind the Cyclops' eye.
Vampires are dumb and are dicks to Cyclops.
Sally, that soup ready yet?
Why do you continue to let her cook for you? Impossible spoon storage. Also, Sally uses a strainer spoon that somehow does not give away that it's a strainer spoon when you look at it on the back side. Also, thank God in heaven he decides to drink it all in one slurp straight from the bowl, because otherwise he'd have needed a spoon. And with his under the table, he'd have asked for yours, which is fake, and has holes, and you'd be caught. Again, how did Jack get back? Either he walked out of Christmas Town and found the tree portals immediately, which is something it took his whole life to do in Halloween Town, or he found a way to portal himself out of Christmas Town without any help. Hey look, I'm all for trees that can walk and have facial expressions, but how the hell did it get inside the town hall through this opening?
At least they're excited, but they don't understand.
Wait, I thought this was a town meeting, so why are the curtains closing like this was a performance? And he's not even allowing the demons to ask any more questions. Jack Skellington expects the whole town to understand Christmas after a song. All of these books are way too big for the subject's promise by their titles. Why does this ghost dog even bother to sleep in his grave when he has his whole house he can stay in? Cute, but this is mathematically impossible. Chris math. Bonecock.
Never says a word. Hope he hasn't died.
Haha, because he's already dead, right? I don't really know, but it brings up the question, can you really die, like, go away forever in this world? Also, these people are not only worried about Jack after less than 24 hours, but also think he might have died just because he hasn't come out of his house to say something.
A I've read these Christmas books so many times. I know the stories and I know the rhymes.
In 24 hours, this book is written backwards, and it's about clans. What kind of clan, Jack Skellington?
Leave that no-account Oogie Boogie out of this!
Whatever you say, Jack.
Jack trusts these assholes. Nothing about the Mr. Oogie Boogie that we meet later suggests he's the type of monster who throws the cages of his meals back up the meal pipe. Tub travel.
Jack, please listen to me. It's going to be a disaster.
How could it be? Just follow the pattern.
Comic misunderstanding for plot purposes. How did these dumb assholes catch the Easter Bunny? I'm assuming the Easter Bunny, like most bunnies, is fast. And how did they even know where to look? And how did they steal him without anyone stopping them? They traveled by tub. I'm not buying this hilarious scenario. Even after the 3 idiot miscreants bring back the Easter Bunny, Jack still trusts the big Santa Claus kidnapping to them.
The plan!
What, after no sign of this guy all movie, suddenly there's an Igor assistant asshole? Why the hell didn't you ask this prick to make your soup instead of trusting that task to the girl who has poisoned you multiple times already? Without ever having given us a non-Halloween Town perspective, movie suddenly starts showing us Christmas Town in conjunction with Halloween Town because parallels.
Now, who could that be?
It took these assholes more than a month to go back and try and kidnap Santa. Did Jack just forget about Santa after they stole the Easter Bunny over 30 freaking days ago?
This time we bagged him.
It only took us 32 days. But finding him sooner would have interrupted our jacking off schedule. Thankfully for Santa, Boogie prefers musical numbers and chants to any kind of common sense or efficiency.
The consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
Santa decides to object to his torture in rhyme and meter of the spontaneous song the villain is singing.
The reindeer can't see an inch in front of their noses. What a brilliant nose you have. The better to light my way.
Shoehorned reason for Rudolph Ghost Dog is shoehorned.
To the head of the team, Zero.
Man, with that kind of favoritism, these other skeleton zombie reindeer aren't ever going to let poor Zero play any skeleton zombie reindeer games. Just a few minutes into Christmas and Jack is already half-assing it. Which is probably why Halloween is usually such a lame holiday. Also, all of these people are so f***ing anxious for Christmas that they're literally standing by the fireplace waiting for gifts with one hand on the light switch. Are these Asian puppets racist? I don't know, maybe they aren't. But I swear I'm watching some propaganda film from the 1940s when I see them.
Where'd you spot him?
Hey, wait a minute. When did the police station get all these extra phones? Just a second ago they only had one. That's cheating.
Reports are pouring in from all over the globe.
Why is the radio news person on duty in the middle of the night a kindly old grandmother? Should be a middle-aged smoking white dude in a Slayer t-shirt. Jack just happens to be flying over the very area where anti-aircraft weapons are installed. Also, it's amazing how easily this town decided that murdering the Santa imposter was the best thing to do, especially since his biggest crime is delivering scary toys. Also, cops get some calls about a fake Santa, immediately open fire on things in the sky.
My, what have we here?
Oogie Boogie is attracted to human female legs.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Oh man, did Oogie Boogie ever slay women back in the day with his foot tickling technique.
Who's next on my list?
This list is first names only and contains no addresses or scheduled gifts, but Jack apparently has all the information he needs.
Jack has been blown to smithereens.
And if he hadn't already shown us that he could pull his head off without dying, and is already dead, that might mean something. Nobody in law enforcement or the military, or even as much as the fire department, bothered to come check out the burning sleigh. How come the Halloween Town people were able to watch Jack's actions in the TV bowl thing all the way up to the sleigh explosion, but nothing afterwards, like the part where he survived? Huh? Also, now that I bring it up, how the f*** did they have the same POV of Jack's events as we did? That's amazing. If they have this kind of view of Earth shit, how the f*** have they never heard of Christmas before now?
Why does nothing ever turn out like it should?
When I kidnap someone and steal a holiday.
That's right. I am the Pumpkin King!
Ruination of entire Christmas boils down to identity crisis.
Santa Claus.
Any grave on Earth is apparently a direct pathway to Halloween Town. Oogie takes time to monologue for no reason, giving Jack more time to sneak in and stop his murder attempt.
One more roll of the dice ought to do it.
I'd like to see this guy and Two-Face get into a battle with each other. One rolls dice, the other flips coins. They leave everything to chance like it's Dungeons and Dragons or some shit.
What? Snake eyes?
Cheating.
I'm Santa Claus.
When you were tied up a few seconds ago, Santa, you could pretty easily have touched your nose, if that's all it takes to get the f*** out of Dodge. I'm just saying. Have I mentioned this town's extremely liberal attitude towards kids being up at this hour? This kid is still holding that head from, like, God, it's been hours, right? Don't forget, at the heart of this weird-ass holiday mashup was a love story all along. For some reason.
We're simply meant to be.
Also, okay, so how will Jack and Sally have sex? He has no penis. probably, and she has a frankangina, so it would be tough to do anything other than hug. Tim Burton said, "Okay, Henry, you will get the director's credit on this movie, but it will come at the end, and my name will be above the title, and people will forever think of this as my movie, and my movie alone. You cool with that?"
They can't cut down that sequoia if one of us is living in it.
Tommy, how's the peeping?
Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any fucking idea how easy this is? This is a fucking joke.
My skull's so full, it's tearing me apart.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
In all my years of trucking, I have never heard before of someone more deserving of the full penalty of law.
What is that? Back up.
What the?
Yellow. You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
Got my technique down and everything. I don't be tickling or nothing.